Are you surprised to hear from me? You shouldn't be. If you were in my Discord, you would have known I totally did cool lead up to this that in a way that definitely didn't throw people completely off the trail in the beginning until I had to clarify so people didn't get the wrong idea. I definitely did some build up to this, but you missed it if you're not in my Discord. You should join my Discord if you haven't already. Yeah, I've got my water. I've got our music that we're going to be listening to today. We are once again returning to the GOAT O'Neill. They've got a playlist called Let's Desserts, and I'm going to be just letting that ride. Thank you so much, O'Neill. I owe you my life for all of the royalty-free music that you make. Let's Desserts playlist here. And that's getting pinned. There we go. Alright. Now I have given credit to O'Neill, our beloved. I hope you guys are ready. For everybody who's not in the Discord, I gave you like 30 minutes. 30 minutes of prep time. Actually, 20 minutes. 20 minutes of prep time. Do you have your requests ready, guys? Indeed, it's time for viewer requests. I'm gonna take this 100% seriously. I'm gonna try really hard. This is gonna be the best art I've ever made. I hope you're ready for this. It's gonna be revolutionary. Oh, hang on, sorry, my tablet is unplugging itself as I move it. The cord is really old, so sometimes it just doesn't decide to work. Is this working? Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Haha, there we go. Okay, I had the wrong screen up. All right, I've got my canvas ready. That's the wrong brush. Let's go with our pencil. You know, it's a good sketching material. And let me take this from the off pink color to like maybe something cuter, a more pink color. Okay, I think we're ready. Whoever's in the chat, let loose. Go for it. I guess that's you. What's up, Matt? What you requesting? Trust me, whatever you requested, you can't go wrong. Anything you pick will be good. I can even show you guys different styles today. Don't, like, trust me on this. I'm so good at art. You'd love to see Mist from Radiant Dawn. Okay. Normally, I would get a reference image, but I'm pretty sure I remember the basics of her Path of Radiance look. Let's find out if I do. This is all from memory, baby. Okay. I feel like I've already got like the essence of her character down. I think her bangs were something like this. And then like that, except she had like those things, right? Or maybe that's her Radiant Dawn design. I don't know. I mean, I totally know what I'm doing. I'm so good at art, guys. And there's the rest of her hair, and then neck, and then she's got some sort of like thing that she ties here. And I can't forget she's got a little staff of some kind, right? 'Cause she's a healer. I remember Mist. She's great. And then she's got like a little like skirt pleated thing because she's cute. And I think her art has her doing like a cute like leg thing. Except those legs are way too long. There you go. And she's got like some sort of like boot shoes, right? Does she have thigh highs? I think they gave her... Did they give her thigh highs? That might be a Radiant Dawn only look. I'm gonna give her knee highs as a compromise. And we're also going to completely from memory go with the coloring. So what? What's her hair color? It's like kind of brownish blonde, right? Hello, Cookie. Hello, Lamp. Welcome in. I'm so good at art. Do you like my fan art of Mist from Path of Radiance? I know she's very pale, like most Fire Emblem characters. I'm just gonna take like a peachy tone. Oh, that looks really bad with the pink background. Oh, great. There we go. She's more tanned like her brother now, as she should be. You know, she's Grail's kid too. She's lovely, she better be. Could I draw Kirby? Abso-fucking-lutely. You got it. And then I'm pretty sure she's got like, what? Green. Let's go somewhere in the middle. It's either blue or green for her eyes. I don't remember. And then I think, like, no, I think it's blue for her eyes, right? Or is it? Because this is the color of, like, her shawl thing. And then she's got, like, really palish, like, creamish thing, yellow cream for her dress. I think it's actually meant to be short-sleeved, but I gave her long sleeves, so, deal with it. Fuck, what is the color of her hair things? Is that Radiant Dawn only? There you go. And, I have no clue. I think her socks are Radiant Dawn only, probably, so I'm just gonna make them, like, an off-white color. And all of the shoes in that game are brown. I'm pretty sure, at least. So, boots. Little boots. And I can't forget to color in the staff. I feel like the staves in that game usually lean towards like a white or like silvery look. So maybe I'll go like up here somewhere. And I think I remember the gem was blue. Maybe I'm misremembering. Alright, Mist Fire Emblem! I did it! Isn't it great? This is, again, this is the best art I've ever made. I can't top this. She's gorgeous. But I saw another one in the chat. It was a request to draw Kirby. So don't you worry. I got this. I got this. Here, I've got a really good trick. See? Circle, circle, circle. You make a really long circle. I think they're called ovals. And then, like, another long circle. And then a triangle. And then more long circles. And then don't forget a circle in, like, two circles? No, one circle in the ovals. No, I mean, circles. And like, maybe like this for color gradation, except we can just color that, I think. Alright, that's our Kirby, guys. Isn't it wonderful? We gotta get the classic Kirby color, of course. A nice pink. Also, hello Evie, welcome in! How you doing today? I am drawing, isn't it great? Classic Kirby colors, white and gray. Okay, fine, not classic. Just, you know, the good Kirby colors. I am not a fake fan. I just know what Kirby looks better. And so then you red shoes, and then the cute little blushy cheeks. And then Kirby doesn't have teeth. That's a very important part of Kirby's design. If you ever draw Kirby, don't give him teeth. You don't want to know what'll happen to you if you do. And then I know Kirby has blue eyes. And I'm just gonna use this for our highlights because I just realized we forgot to make highlights. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, thank God. Thank God. I thought I did the lines on the same layer somehow. Okay. Alright. Now for the eye highlights, we forgot them for Mist. And now for Kirby. There you go. There's your Kirby. Isn't he amazing? Oh my God. Ooh, very good request, Evie. Honeybee Lovely. Okay. Are we going for her civilian form or her boss form? Either way, it's going to be beautiful. Nothing but the best for my queen. I need to like shrink things down. I've been drawing way too big. there's not gonna be enough canvas space in terms of just like how much my computer can handle if I let this happen. Uh-oh. Right, I need to select the folder. And shrink it some more. There we go. That's probably fine. And shrinking that some more. Perfect. Okay. You weren't going to say do her boss form, bless do her boss form, she'll look lovely. You got it. And I do see the slime already, but it's Poyos this time. I got you covered for the Poyos. Poyo! Poyo, Poyo, Poyo. Poyo! There you go. Okay, back to the grind. Honeybee Lovely. I just recently listened to her theme music, so I'm pretty sure I remember most of her design. Let's find out. No reference art. This is all coming off the dome because I'm just that skilled as an artist. I'm so cool. So she does the cute idol pose where she like blows the kiss to the audience. I remember that. There we go. Hands. And then she's closing her eyes to be all cute, but it's fine. And she's got the like princess bangs, right? And then they kind of like do curls and stuff when she's transformed, right? Oh fuck, how do I draw curls? I don't know anymore. Right. I forgot about Lamps Gengar. I remember seeing it for like 5 seconds in the chat and I immediately got distracted. I feel like she's got some sort of like headdress made thing, doesn't she? It's like lace or something. Cause it's like a cute Lolita style outfit, but kind of idolish. She's got flowers. Oh, you're so right. You're so right. Okay. Boo 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 boo. Those are flowers, right? Yeah. Okay, and then like because I did like the pose like this, her elbows would go out here, and she does have some booba, and then it's like this kind of like Lolita style thing with more frills, but then it's like a crop top thing, and she's got the big skirt and there's more frills and like I think there's more layers to it too. She's got big wings. And then like there's a ribbon, I think. And the ribbon turns into stingers. I feel like her expression isn't clear enough. I forgot I had the wrong eraser on. Don't worry about it. Man, it's really hard to make a kissy face when you're not good at... I mean, when I'm so good at drawing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to fuss over it. And then she does a kind of like cutesy idol pose type thing. And I feel like she must have, they're not thigh highs, but I think it's like wrappings around her legs. Like, they're not like ballet shoes, are they? I don't think they are. I think they're proper heels, and they're really sharp heels. Because she can step on you. That's the whole thing. And then I feel like her wings aren't just wings. Like, I'm pretty sure that there's like more of like the metal stuff going on here. Like that sort of thing. Yeah, like twirly things that wrap around her legs. Okay, so that's the basis of Honeybee Lovely. Oh, geez. What shade of yellow is she? She's got to be, like, obnoxiously bright, because that's what bees are, right? Right. That's more like mustard. I don't like that. Good enough. Good enough. This is kind of like banana now, but it's fine. And then there's like a bunch of black and white worked in. Black. Oh, fuck. I know the leg wrappies. I should do her skin tone before I do the leg wrappies. She's got some melanin. She's a queen. I don't remember how brown she is. So, like, here? It's maybe not right. I feel like... I think that's right. I think that's roughly right. She's got long sleeves. I'm pretty sure she's got long sleeves. So I'm gonna have to color that in too. And then leggies. No, fuck, wrong eraser. Nope, wrong. Ha, there we go. Okay, so then I grabbed the yellow and put it like here where I didn't define her shoulders. Don't worry about it. And I know she's blonde. She's probably more blonde, like fair hair than yellow hair, if you know what I mean. Like that. Oh, and like they do a thing where like her hair turns into stingers at the ends too. So I need to actually like find a black color to use. That's too dark. You can't see anything over that. There you go. And then like this will also be the color for like the leg wrap things. And the steppy heels. And then that's also the color of these things at the end too. But I think they're actually one of the yellow things on this outfit. Not yellow, white. One of the white things. Like I'm pretty sure this in the center is white. Right? And then I think this at the bottom here is white. I think this bow is white. Something like that. And then I think it's like each of her layers on the skirt has the black to it. Maybe that's a little much. I don't know. Am I making that up? It looks ugly when I draw. I mean, like, it's, you know, it's fine. It's totally fine. Honeybee Lovely voice? Oh, geez. You do not want to hear that. In the English dub, she's got a country accent. I can do the voice from the song. Do the Southern Belle. I don't know how to do a Southern accent. I lived in Maryland for so long and yet I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna have to make all of you witness this. I'm so sorry in advance. You can turn off the sound now if you don't want to sit through this. Oh god, how do I do an oh ho ho with a fucking Southern Belle voice? I think it's something like, oh my, you sweet summer child. You don't know who you're dealing with. Is that good enough? The fun fact, did you know sweet summer child is not a real saying until Game of Thrones existed? I'm pretty sure the flower crown for her they used was like very close to the base game flower crown, so it's like a peachy flower, and then like a yellow flower, yellow cream. I guess I'll make it even like lighter than her hair, and then peachy flower, and then like cream flower. And then I'll use her hair as the little like daisy center there. Perfect. I think this is it. I think this is Honeybee Lovely. I think I did a great job, honestly. There's probably like some buttons and stuff that I'm missing, but it's not necessary to truly bask in her glory, you know? Oh, wait. I forgot the most important part of an idol. They need to have a cute blush. I'm so sorry. I almost forgot. There you go. That's how you know they're being cute. Okay, so then next up was a Gengar. I already need to increase the canvas size. I've been drawing way too big. What's a big enough canvas size? 2,000? You do have a request cookie, Jill from Valhalla? Ooh, nice! I will gladly draw Jill from Valhalla. She's so cute, and like, she's got an easy design. I can't go wrong. I mean, like, I could never go wrong in the first place. I'm perfect. What do you mean? I can do no wrong. There you go. Now she kind of fits the others in terms of sizing, and they can all get shunted into the corner. Oh, Dorothy's design I remember a lot less, so thank you for picking Jill, Cookie. I owe you my life. I'm pretty sure hers just comes down to like a bunch of white and pink, but I don't remember the specific like layouts of it. Okay, Gengar, then the tabletop RPG player that I just did, and then Jill. Okay. I'm keeping track of my list. Luckily, Gengar is totally easy, right, guys? It's basically just a Clefairy because Gengars are dead Clefairies. Everybody knows that, right? Right? Cool. Awesome. Moving on. So we're gonna start with like a lump, kind of, like just a lump, and then it's got like this kind of ear shape thing, and hands. And he's got little feet. And he's not angry. No, I know he's got the big smile. I think Gengar eyes are like this. And it's like, heh, I'm spooky, heh. Except like, I've got the proportions wrong. They actually need to be able to stand. Unlike Kirby, Gengar has teeth. Yes. You see these lines here? That's teeth. So I need to like extend the body some because I've got the body shape kind of. I'm putting that back. Never mind, I'm not extending the body. That looks dumb as fuck. But they're this kind of like desaturated purpley color. I remember that. Sometimes they get drawn with like black and stuff, but it's fine. It's basically just they're made of shadow because they're dead Clefairies. There you go. One is moonlight, the other is darkness. Okay, there's that, and then I think it's red eyes. How red are these red eyes? Maybe they're more like a red orange? I don't know. I mean, I know everything. I'm just taking my time. Look at that. Look at that. Gengar. Totally Gengar. And, then it's gonna be white teeth. Because even though they're little ghosty boys, they do have white teeth. I guess if I wanted to, I could have, like, drawn a tongue sticking out, because sometimes they do scare people like that. Okay, hang on, I can't let this stand. Like, it's kind of... like that? What do their legs look like? I think he's not fat enough is the issue. I need to make him wider. Because Gengars are round boys. There we go, there we go. That's kind of closer. And then I guess instead of like extending this out, I will just kind of fix it manually. Give him little cowboy boots. No, there aren't any cowboy Gengars. I know my Pokemon lore. That doesn't exist. You're a fake fan. If I draw two hands at the top and bottom, it looks like someone's stretching out the Gengar. You know what? I might just do that. I guess I'm gonna hide the colors. Wrong color. Fuck, I lost my sketch color already. I should just make like a little blob of it here. There we go. And then like another hand here. How do I fucking draw blob hands? Is that where the thumb goes? Yes. Except it doesn't look like it's really being pulled. Maybe I'll draw like stretch marks. There you go. And then we need hand color. I'll go with like a little bit more pale, so it contrasts against the dark purple. Bigger color. Nah, I already decided on regular hands. There you go. There's your Gengar. It's getting squished. Okay, next was Jill, and then tabletop character. Okay, yeah. Don't question me! I know what I'm doing! Die! I am the pro! This is how you draw fast, everyone! Don't listen to him, he's a non-believer. Okay, Jill. Jill Valhalla. Jill Valhalla is very cute because she's depressed. It's a very specific type of appeal. You have to be a very high-level person to understand it. I get it if you don't get it. Actually, no, I don't get it if you don't get it, because I understand the appeal. I have just evolved a step further beyond you in my love of women. So anyway, Jill always has this, like, dead look on her face. I actually kind of like there's the straight lines more. It seems like it fits her more. And she's always smoking. So maybe I'm not gonna draw with the cigarette in her mouth, but she's gotta have one. And, is she another one with straight cut bangs? I think there might be a gap in the middle. That doesn't look right. Maybe it is straight cut all the way across. But I know she's got, like, the hair down thingies. How long do they go? No, they're not straight cut. I think they're pointy. I think they're pointy. And then, like, she's got the pigtails. Are they also pointy? No references needed. This is all skill. There we go. Yup, that's Jill. She's got an ear here because she's a human being. And then there's like a pigtail over there. And there's some neck. And shoulders. And she wears the bartending vest. She's really cute in the vest. Hi, Morgana. Oh, I forgot to feed the cat. That's what I forgot to do as part of my stream prep. Anyways, moving on. How to be a successful artist. Don't feed your pet. How do bodies work? What does she even stand like? I know she's got the whole mini skirt thing, and then leggies. And how do vests look? I don't fucking know. It's something like this, right? And then she's got the like high collar shirt and stuff too because she's a bartender. Vest, buttons, and then hand here. And collared sleeve because I know she's got long sleeves. Okay, that's good enough. She doesn't need legs. I'm already not getting lazy. I'm just deciding to conserve my time because I have so many requests coming in, lads. Like, you gotta understand, it's necessary. It's part of the job. This is how you get things done quickly. You figure out ways to work smarter, not harder. And yes, this is definitely replicable, whatever the word is. That you too can draw this fast if you try hard enough. Okay, you know what? That's good enough. So Jill, I know is pale because she doesn't get sunlight in that god-awful city that she calls home. So it's gonna be like way up here. And then I think she actually wears tights. So we're gonna do kind of like a brownish, but it's gotta be dark, but it's gotta be like tight color. I think that's vaguely tight color if you're wearing like not sheer tights, but you know those see-through black tights? That looks like a believable tight color, I think. And then she's wearing a white shirt, so in order to make her skin look like more healthy and not dead inside, we gotta take like a bluish white for the shirt. See, immediately her skin looks so much warmer when it's put near the cool color. That's called color theory, baby! That's another trick you can use when drawing characters to make them look good. Put the contrasting color nearby so the actual color pops. No, it's not just a theory, it's an actual thing. A colors theory, thank you for watching. No, I'm not done! I'm not done yet! And we're gonna do the same thing with the black. We're gonna make it kind of like purple based because that's just the color I think of for Jill. I think actually purple is her eye color, isn't it? Or is it pink? Maybe her hair is kind of like an off purple and I'm fucking up already. I don't know. I mean, of course I know. I definitely know everything. I'm so good at this. That's why you're here. Because I'm the best. I win at everything I do, baby. Hair. More purple? Less purple. Purple. That's close enough. Or is she just Mafuyu from Project Sekai now? I don't fucking know. I think it's more black. I think her hair is more black. There we go. We got most of her pigtail in. I'm gonna have to fix her ear a little bit so it actually looks like an ear. And then like smooth out the head. Double my speed by drawing Jill and Mafuyu from Project Sekai at the same time. You're so right! I'm so good at this, guys. I don't remember. I feel like there's more details on her vest than it just being a plain black vest, but I might be just making shit up. I'm gonna give her some sort of button color and call it a night. Brown? Gold? I think gold is too nice for that shithole of a city, so brown? There we go! Oh, wait. I forgot to color in the cigarette. Guys, what end of the cigarette do you smoke from? Is it the orange end or the white end? The brown part? Okay. That's how you do that, right? No, the orange end would not be smoking. It'd be down here. The white end would be smoking. Okay. There you go. It's a cigarette. No, the other way? Okay. The chat delay almost got me. Oh, I forgot to give her eyebrows, but do we really need eyebrows? Like, look at her expression. Isn't it perfect? That's why when people leave the cigarettes behind, it's the brown bits. True. Okay, she can fit up here right next to Gengar. I feel like if she was a Pokemon trainer, Jill could probably have a Gengar. Like, she's not mean, but like Gengars don't have to be mean. I'm just gonna do a little like shaking like they're trying to pull. There we go. Her expression is dead on. Yeah! Yeah, that's because I'm the best at art! I can convey things in just a couple scribbles. I mean, very intentionally placed lines. I'm the best! Okay, so next was tabletop character? I think it was my tabletop character. Okay, the last one I played was my Sunday game. Yes, because I don't count the game where I run things, because I run all the NPCs. Which means it's not like I'm playing in it, I'm running it. So that means Sunday game, I'm playing as a Rito in a Wind Waker inspired game, and she does alchemy to make potions and shit. I've talked about her occasionally on stream before. She's a big old nerd, but she's very smart. Autism bird time, you got it! Yippee! Alright, you want me to do the voice? Sure. How long do you want me to do the voice for, though? Because it is, I don't know if you guys will appreciate that. Yippee! The whole time? Oh, fuck. Okay, I gotta make this quick. Until it stops being fun for me. Well, see, the thing is, I am good at doing the voice, but that doesn't mean other people like hearing it. So, Oh gosh, okay, give me a moment. Normally I can only do it when I get into character. Is this right? I think it's close enough. So, this is her voice that I use for the character. Like I said, she is a big nerd. Do the voice like how Preachy would draw herself. Well, see, the thing is, Preach is actually quite good at drawing. She's just not very creative, so she can do whatever she sees from life. She just can't really make an art piece for herself. So she does a lot of different inflections with her voice. She speaks very quickly, and she's always jumping from one thought to another because she is autistic, baby! That is what I decided when I made the character, because I figured, why the hell not? It's not like she has the words to describe it, but I've been playing her based on a bunch of the traits that you have, or some of the traits that you can have when you are autistic. She's obviously a very high-functioning autistic person, though, because she doesn't have a lot of the more lower-functioning things of, like, not breaking down, but like having a mental breakdown when certain things happen, or, you know, potentially like speaking or talking slowly, or being bad at expressing herself. She is still bad at expressing herself, just in a, you know, a more talkative way as opposed to a less verbal way. So in this case, if I'm gonna draw her, let's go with something like this. I lost the color because I hit the wrong button. Good thing I made the color dropper up there. So basically, she's got a beak, and it's roughly like that. A lot of the shape kind of changes every time I draw her because I'm not inconsistent. It's just more fun to draw things in certain ways. She's usually smiling. She's got big round eyes. And they specifically, the lid eyelash thing goes down around the eye normally too. And she's got very specific eyelashes. It's always like that. 1, 2, 3. And she's got straight cut bangs because I think they're cute. And then because Rito in Wind Waker have pointy ears, she's also got pointy ears. And the rest of her hairstyle goes like this, where it's kind of like a slanted cut. And then instead of long down hair, anything like that, what I did was I gave her 2 pigtails, and they're like kind of loose. They get bunched up by ribbons. And then the hair just kind of goes wherever the hell it wants. Basically, whatever looks cute when I'm drawing it. And then from there, she normally wears like a high collar type thing because it's based off the clothes of the Rito from Wind Waker, not the Breath of the Wild ones. And she not recently, but a little while ago, she was gifted a necklace as a present in a totally like normally friends way, definitely, right? And then from there, she's got shoulders, of course. Everybody has shoulders. Do you not? And you can see, like, it's falling apart because I actually didn't draw the underlying anatomy where it would normally be necessary to figure out where the hell shoulders go. That was my first mistake, except I don't make mistakes, clearly. In a totally, definitely just friends way, right? Yes, absolutely. What else would it be? And then, well, we can have, like, the other hair coming out over here, because it's peeking out from behind his shoulder. And then she is quite skinny because she has barely any strength stat or con stat for that matter. And she's got long sleeves. And then from there was like a belt thing here to cinch her thing. Wow, that's really ugly, but it's fine. It's fine, don't worry about it. And then she kind of like, because it's cinched there, it turns into a bit of a skirt instead of just being like a long shirt type situation. And then, how about from there, arms? Blob hands as normal, because that is how you draw things the most quickly when it comes to hands. Why would you spend time on them if you could just make mittens? Or little round balls. See, I told you, the multiple things you're learning today. Round balls here, mitten hands here. Gasp! Okay, alright, this is where I stopped trying because it just got pointed out to me that I'm trying harder. No! No! The point of this is that I'm not trying! No! Stop! Don't point it out! That's it! That's it! That's all I'm doing! She's got... I broke the voice. I can't help but try. If I could, not if I could, but if I wanted to, I could just pull up the art thing where I have her reference stuff laid out. And I could, like, color pick and stuff, but I'm not going to. Fine, we're just gonna approximate it. Her hair is kind of in, like, the pinkish range, but it's a really dark color. I watched too much Cardcaptor Soccer as a kid. What do you mean by that? Her gumboot. True. It's internalized. I can't leave it alone. What the fuck is her hair color? That maybe? Oh geez, you can't see anything. Okay, we're pulling out the secret weapon. Multiply layer filter. You can barely see the lines in some cases. Wait, that's the wrong one. Hang on. Multiply. There you go. Now you can see the lines. It's perfect. Okay, so there's the hair. It's a little too dark. Nope, a little too light. Oh, like that? Probably. Okay, so then hair goes like here, and then that's where her arm is with her wings and stuff, so we're just not gonna color the rest of those lines. And then you can see the hair peeking over here. And then, she is actually more brown than Honeybee Lovely, but I'm gonna use hers as like a place to start from. That's another trick for drawing characters quickly. Like if there's similar colors shared between them, you can try and make it so that way you can like use them as a base. Is that brown enough? I think it is. What the fuck is happening? Did I draw on the wrong layer at some point? I did. Maybe in the wrong color. There we go. Goodbye. Goodbye lines that shouldn't be there. Alright, there's the skin there. And there's not actually a lot of skin available because at least part of her arms is covered by wings. And technically she's got wrist wraps and stuff. But I didn't draw that because I was told I was trying too hard. So, we continue onwards. And then, oh, I forgot her eyebrows. No, this is actually important. This is actually important. The very distinctive character trait for this girl when drawing her. I ignored the eyebrows and everyone else, but I can't hear. Triangles! Triangle eyebrows! You never see that, but they're here. Ooh, oh boy, I was delivered a cinnamon roll. Yeah, I know you're hungry too, Cat. Wait, you already fed her? Oh, shit. She was lying to me! What a clever cat. Oh, wrong color. My fiance brought her over and she put her paws on my face. No! Okay, but yes, back on subject. Triangle eyebrows are very important for her because it's just a distinctive facial feature. It's very easy for her to turn into a standard anime girl without it. And like, she's still very much standard anime girl, but you know, it's fine. Dip, bip, bip, bip. And did I do the whites of the eyes for anyone else? No, I did not, so she does not get the same treatment. She's got pink eyes. Because it's cute, and I said so. They're like pretty close to red. I think it's something like that. Yeah. Okay, and then normally I think there's different colors for her beak and her wings and stuff, I'm all gonna make it the same color as her hair because that's simple and easy. And when the shades aren't that different, it's just a waste of space. You might as well just consolidate it. Beak is kind of like a pale yellowish orangish type thing from what I remember. Like that, yeah, because she's based off a seagull. And then when it comes to her clothing, we get into more saturated colors too. Except not really. Her outfit's kind of desaturated. Because the Rito and the Wind Waker, they wear really desaturated clothing. I think I think it should be more purple. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. So we're there. And then the necklace is in gold. I'll get to that in a moment. Scribble. There's technically like a whole goggle and mask thing that she has going on too. Don't worry about that. I picked like a creamish color as a contrast for like part of the collar here because there's like 2 stripes of color, and I thought it'd be cute to have a pop of color for it. And then there's like a pinkish, purplish, I think it's more purplish than pink, but it's still kind of pink, you know? It's one of those weird in-between colors where nobody can agree on if it's actually pink or purple or red or purple, you know. That's too purple. That's too pink. We'll go with this for now. But yeah, I had these be like lighter colors because I thought it would be cute with the dark purple and the dark hair and stuff. And then, technically you shouldn't be able to see the mouth and stuff in the chin, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I need to apply the same shit down here. Okay. And then wings. Her wings are based off of seagulls, so I made like the edge feathers here, like the first forward feathers, dark black because of like the wingtips on things, on seagulls and stuff. And then after that, they're white. There's actually some gray on them too. But I think in the future, I might simplify it down to just white and black. Unless, no, because that's part of like the distinctive feature of the seagull I based her off of. So I don't know. The one thing that happens a lot when I draw characters is like I don't stick around with the first iteration very often. I often keep working on it, which is a waste of time in some ways. But also, fuck it, we ball. I don't remember what color I used as like the base for her wing feathers. I'm assuming it was like a blue, maybe? No, that doesn't seem right. Pink? Pink? More pink? Maybe it was pink. If I enjoy it, it's not a waste of time. It's not a very efficient way of going about it. And you know what? Today, we're all about efficiency, remember? Okay. The last thing we need is the necklace. The definitely, totally given as a friend necklace. What color did I make the gold? I don't fucking know. Let's just go with something kind of yellowy and warm. Gold enough. Okay, and then we take the eye shinies, of course. We didn't give them to Jill because she has no light in her eyes. Okay, there you go. That's my most recent D&D character that I played. I technically have 2 more games that I'm in, but that's the most recent one that I've played. Okay, so I think that is our initial list of requests all taken care of. And it's only the first hour, baby! I told you! I have evolved! I have become fast as fuck, boy! Nobody can catch me! Even when I try and put in a little bit more effort, I am still done way sooner than I would ever be otherwise. What else is in the queue? I don't think there's anything else in the queue. I don't remember seeing anything. Yeah, I don't remember seeing anything. Draw my other tabletop RPG characters now? Okay, alright, sure. I can do that. I'm gonna grab her and just like move her out of the corner. Oh no, she got wide. Oh no, she got short. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just a corner there. Okay, so next tabletop RPG character. Let's go with the one that's easier to draw. I have a thing when I make tabletop characters of not going for like entirely traditional cute girl stuff. Like my other two, one was a Goliath, and then she became half Goliath, half dragon through shenanigans. And the other one just started out as a Han yokai in the setting. It's basically just like a half of a monster spirit thing, which is what the category that tieflings and other bestial looking weird races fall into. But you're not limited to what it normally would be. So she's like part deer, part cat, part dragon. I like to go with less traditionally beautiful characters, even though they're definitely still pretty, because I cannot not draw pretty women. I love girls. If you haven't noticed yet, I love women. So they're always going to be at least somewhat visually appealing, but not always in super traditional ways. So let's start with this one because I think she's easier to draw for me. I'm just gonna double check how many. I've done like 1, 2, yeah, 2 facing to the left. Let's do, no, 3 facing to the left. I need to do somebody facing to the right. I'm legally obligated to do so. Okay, so her, she's very pretty. She's buff and tall. She's 7'8" and she's engaged. Sorry, ladies. She's got a big nose and it's super pretty, like long eyelashy eyes. And pretty defined eyebrows. She's usually not that confident. Sometimes she looks annoyed, that sort of thing. Okay, so this is where it gets tough. Because she's got a swoopy bang there, and then like kind of curly bangs there, and then whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. It's meant to be like wavy, kind of curly, all of the above. Big hair there. And then, does she still have ears? I don't remember if I still had her keep ears when she got the dragon stuff. But she's got like some metal plating coming out here, kind of like a crown, because Brass Dragon's the one that she got infused with. Has like some metal plating kind of like that, and she's got big fuck off horns, and it's actually like kind of weird. Like they're not normal horns, but it's hard for me to draw them without a proper reference. They're similar to Al-Ra horns in Final Fantasy XIV, except like I don't know how to draw those. Fuck it, we ball. Okay, and so then normally, what I did was like, this game in particular, they do a lot of time skips between age groups until they were adults. So I designed her a new outfit for literally every single time skip. And then, when she had technically a base outfit for the current time skip, and then when she lost her warlock powers because her patron betrayed her, haha, check them off your list, guys. Another one for the bingo boxes. The warlock patron betrayed them. But yeah, when her patron betrayed her, she lost her warlock powers, and so I redesigned her outfit then, and then I gave her another redesign for when she got revived as a half dragon. Yeah, crazy shit goes down. But yeah, she is quite muscular. If I was carrying more, I'd be like, yeah, big muscle, oh. But I don't care enough for that. She has pretty large boobs. Unfortunately, that's the one thing that I can't get away with in terms of like Twitch and stuff. Like if I were to try and define her musculature and stuff, I'd also have to figure out like where to place her boobs. So we're just gonna have random line here. And so there's like sheer here, and then it's like that, I think. Collarbones, how do they work? How do they work? Like that, I think. And then, oh god, how did her sleeves work? Because if she's got the sheer there, I think it's that they're like attached by like little things here, and then they become like very flowy sleeves. So let me just figure out like how the fuck is she standing? She's also not skinny. Like she does still have like kind of an hourglass figure. She doesn't have the like cinch at the waist that you normally think of for an hourglass figure, but technically for an hourglass figure you don't need the cinch at the waist, it just expands on it. Like this is hourglass figure, but I'm fairly certain that this is still considered hourglass even if you don't have the cinch, because like the size difference between it's actually supposed to be pretty much even for hourglass figures. Like it's all about the ratio of the sizing and stuff like that. So as long as like the chest and the hips are roughly in the same region, that still counts as hourglass even if you don't have a super cinched waist. At least that's my understanding of the definition of an hourglass figure. Yeah, she's not skinny, she does not have the cinched waist. She's like 7'8" or something, like I said, and very strong. So I tried to like build her to reflect that as like somebody who's actually exercised a lot and puts work into maintaining their physique. So I think her shoulder would actually not be like what I was doing before. It'd be like out here or something. And like maybe we can just do hand on hip type situation out here. There you go. Does the elbow look like that normally from this view? No. Do I care? Also no. I'm mostly just doing this so you guys can see her cool sleeve, because it does this thing where it like splits open and then there's like extra fabric underneath. And then I did this thing where like the corners of the sleeves, there's like a star pattern thing. It's more like a sunburst at this point, actually. So that happens there, and then like you can kind of see it there. And then it happens on like both sides of the split. And then let's see. Oh gosh, I haven't actually like, drawn a lot of her design in a while. Oh, and then she's got these like metal plates on different parts of her body now too. So there's like one on her shoulder there. And then she's got some on like her neck area too. Oh, how far down does it go? That I don't remember. I think it's actually kind of like this, where it's like coming from the back. Yeah, it is. So I think it's like somewhere there. And then like the sleeves largely cover, but it's meant to be that like from this plate here, I think there's scales. Trying to do this without a reference image is really tough, especially when I don't remember the bottom half. I think I did it so that way there's like, you know those things that you can put in dresses and shirts? The lines that help to like cinch it close to your body? Like there's that. Sorry, that would go down further for more support. And then I think from the cinches, I made it split so that we can do more of like the sunburst thing. And then there's some of the sunburst thing going on up here. Canonically, she made her own outfit, because whenever I designed new ones for her, I said it was because she was making them. Since she is also a seamstress. I think it's like in the gaps here, there are little like circles, because it helped to do more of like the sunbursty look. And then for this one, there's definitely like another like metal plate somewhere off in the distance. And she's definitely got scales like on her face around her eyes and stuff. I don't remember if it goes, I think it does go part of the way down her nose too. There's definitely more that I'm missing. I just can't remember where I put all of it. There's some on her thighs, I think, actually. Maybe it's not like her thighs, it's her hip. More metal plating, like on her hip there. It would like extend up. I won't draw that because that's difficult. Okay, so that's one of them, and I'm not gonna clean this up at all because that's how you go fast, baby. She's got really light, like lavender lilac-y hair. Oh right, I forgot about the rest of her hair. It's just really long and wavy and curly, and it goes all the way down her back. There you go. Okay, and so then we're gonna just kind of put, well actually it became a little bit less lavendery and more like warm toned. No, not warm toned. I think it's specifically that I added in some parts that are kind of like brass colored, so it changes the overall look of her hair when the colors are next to each other. Let's just kind of put that there for now. I feel like this is too saturated. That's closer. I think it's still not right, but we'll get there. Okay, and then Goliaths in tabletop have gray skin. And so it was originally like kind of like a yellowish gray instead of like a bluish gray, because again I wanted the contrast between the hair and the skin. But it's been shifted more towards like a warmish grayish color after she got the brass dragon in her. That's not right. No, that's still not right. Hang on, I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time finding this shade without my reference sheet. Yeah, this is, I think I'm just gonna go with this. It's definitely a warmer gray than the one it was before. Not one before. This is definitely like a warmer gray. I was color picking a bunch when you guys couldn't see it because it pops was a different window, so it doesn't get picked up in the program. I was color picking a bunch and just nothing seemed quite right. So I would definitely need to go back to my reference sheet eventually. Let's see. And then she's got purple eyes, like really dark purple. And now she's got like the slits in them as a dragon person, but there's also kind of like a sunset effect going on because I specifically added in like a kind of brassy color to them. And blending that with an orange looked really pretty. See, like that. And then just get an orange in the middle, of some kind. Woo, woo. There you go, sunsetty. Okay, and then we need this brassy color for a lot of... This isn't exactly brass, is it? I don't know. God. Colors are hard. I think that's a little closer. Hang on, let me take some water. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, technically there'd be like some of the brassy color there from her metal plating, and then some here and there. And then the main part of this is a kind of like grayish blackish thing. It's a warm shade now instead of a cool shade like it was before. I will give extra credit points to anybody who can list what character from Fire Emblem served as a partial inspiration for this character. It's really not that hard to guess. What the fuck did I do in the corner here? I don't understand what I did here at all. Eden, Edelgard, no and no. Try again. And then I think I actually did make it like a more goldish color for the embroidery. Or was this maybe orange? It might have been orange there. Because when she originally had a bunch of like nighttime inspiration previously, like the stars and stuff. So I made her color scheme largely black, whites, purples, maybe little bits of like blue here and there. I think it was like a tealish blue was an accessory color. But when she got her dragon stuff, I leaned way into warm colors. Specifically, the lesbian flag! This bitch is gay! Good for her! She is a homoromantic asexual. She loves women. Oh, that's kind of bright. Thought that was Camilla. Hey, you got it, Lamp! That's the character who inspired a lot of her design. Oh, maybe this is meant to be like the extra cloth? I don't fucking know what I did with this arm here. I'm not gonna lie. But yes, you got it. A Fire Emblem character that it was a lot of inspiration. It was Camilla. Okay. Normally, I would use an entirely separate layer for this and just do some transparency trick. I'm just gonna color pick something vaguely to where it should be because it's sheer there. Okay. I think I got most of the colors down. But we need some of like the sunburst stuff in this corner here. And then there's like some of the sunburst stuff in this corner here too. Whatever the fuck I did with these lines, I don't get it. And I think it was meant to be like a hand somewhere, so we'll just do that. Okay. And then she gets the eye shinies because we did it for the other one too. That's fine. I think that's probably good enough. I'm missing some things. Like she's got a big fuck off tail. I totally forgot to put that in here. But I don't want to do that. That's a lot because it's all frilled. So I guess she can go somewhere up here to fill space. Oh my gosh, my program is lagging a little bit whenever I move her. That's bad. We're not even at a full canvas. That's really bad. Okay. And then, you know what? Maybe instead of putting her in the corner there, I mean, I can put her like somewhere over here and squeeze the third one in the middle. So this one is the one that I actually consider harder to draw because I put way more like fur and stuff on her as opposed to just metal plates and the like. Oh, I think I missed some metal plating that was supposed to be on her arms or something, like around the plates there. Whatever. It's fine. Oh, she's also got scales on her hands and claws. It's fine. So this one, she's meant to be kind of like, she's a sorcerer. She uses her father's magic as her source of her magic, kind of, because it's in her bloodline, but she, of course, wields it differently than he does. He is the yokai in the Han yokai equation, while her mother's just a normal human. Let's see. She's got, like, it's like a round nose. It's kind of big as well. And then technically, I gave her round eyes, similar to this girl. But she doesn't always be like the tee-hee happy-go-lucky girl. She's more often got them kind of like down like this. And gives herself a little bit of edge in a way. Like she's kind of dangerous. And she's got thick eyebrows. They're not just a simple shape like how this girl here has the triangle eyebrows, and they are always triangles. It doesn't matter how they're rotated or anything like that. They're always triangles. Hers are just pretty thick eyebrows. And so I think let's just draw them with her in like Angie mode. It's kind of like, is anybody here a Sonic fan? You know the shape of Rouge's eyes? How they're actually like tall and round, but they always draw her with her eyes half lidded, so they get the sharp, pointy, dangerous look? It's like that. Let's see. I do not remember her eyelashes at all. I remembered... This character's name is Dialis. I remembered hers because, like, they're kind of pointy but sharp. I don't know, but lots of little eyelashes, but I actually don't remember hers. I think it's like that, kind of. I don't remember. I don't know. I'm just gonna move on. Okay, so I'm just gonna thicken these out because she does have thicker eyelashes. Oh yeah, I think it is taller at the top. And then probably some amount of like thicker one here. And then her nose is in the wrong spot with how I drew these eyes. Shoop. I usually draw her with some variation of a three mouth, even though she doesn't actually have a cleft lip, because that's just the vibe that I imagine for her when she's in her element. And then her horns start here, and then horn there, because she's got antlers where the tiefling horns would normally be, but I always have to mark out where they start to be able to like place things properly. So then bangs go like this, and there's like a longer section, and then it goes really long. Like, hang on, hair back here. Oh, and she's got deer ears. Very important detail. They're very fluffy, so they're not exactly like deer ears, but it's like the general shape of them. You know, the whole, like, that. Because, you know, it connects it in a thinner way. She can raise them if she wants to, like deers actually can in real life. They're not always just down. Oh my gosh, her eyes are just way loopy. Oops. I did not draw them well. She's hard to draw. She's so hard to draw for me. Because part of the issue is, like I said, she's got fur everywhere. So it's actually like this kind of when it comes to her face. Like it goes all the way down to her nose. And then it also like continues down the sides of her neck. And then she does try to do the thing where she, like, if she's being smug, she'll hide it behind a sleeve because she wears a kimono most of the time. It's a fancy special kimono that was gifted to her, so it doesn't have to be necessarily like matching the time period the setting was based off of. So basically everybody, when we got the fancy special clothes, went with something that doesn't exactly match the time period, it just looks good. So I did the same because everybody else was already going, whatever, we don't have to follow the rules. Okay, and then she's got a decent chest. Well, she does have the hourglass, like, cinched waist type thing. And then she's actually got, like, bigger hips than anything else, though. Because she's got, weird legs. Like, you know how normal people, you got the hips? And then, you know, like, basically it's a straight leg, right? It's just the muscles around the bone create the curves. Well, she does not have that. I gave her, because I really wanted to lean into the monster with her when her whole thing is like she's basically half monster, as opposed to it being like kind of incidental with this one or this one. So her legs from the side, it would be thighs here, knee, joint, and then final joint, I think. No. How do legs work when they're like that? Because normally with human legs, it's joint, and then like I don't think it's joint. It's like all the foot there. So instead, it would be, yeah, I think it's like all bone. It's all foot bone here technically. Is that how that leg works? Anyway, it's how it is. She's got like the deer toe there, and then she's like on her toes all the time. She's got hooves, basically. This is a long way of saying she's got hooves. People are always talking about like, haha, you gotta climb things. How are you gonna do it with your low strength? And it's like, she's got hooves. She's got cloven hooves, not cloven hooves. What are the type of hooves that like goats have, where they can go up any angle of a surface as long as it's not completely straight? She's got that. So every time she's miraculously made an athletics check for climbing, I didn't mean to zoom that far out, sorry. Every time she's miraculously made an athletics check for climbing, she's got those. Okay, so then hand here, because she's doing the teehee. I'm hiding my face thing because I'm being smug. And then big ol' sleeve. She craves minerals? No, she doesn't. She's salty enough as is. She's the person in the party who's like, you fucking moron, you absolute fucking buffoon. What the hell do you think you're doing at any and all times? Yeah, so like lame ass kimono sleeve because I don't have time to flesh it out. And then we can just like put her other arm back here. Because again, hide the arm. That's a great way to save time. Not a great way to improve at being good at art. But I'm already good at art, so I don't have to improve. Ah ha 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 ha. She's got like a fur collar thing that goes off here. It's built into her. That's just her natural fur. She's got like a big fuck off tail too. But we don't have to draw that because we're instead gonna focus on drawing her outfit. Because she's got like an obi sash here, and then there's like a flower embroidery cord thing that I made for her that goes there, and then there's like another one of those like sash tie things here, and then she's got like some under the obi, but like over the kimono type stuff there, and she doesn't wrap her kimono in a traditional way because she's got all the fur and shit in the way. Oh fuck. Is it left over right or right over left if you're alive? It's left over right, right? Oh, fuck. I used to have this memorized. I've fallen so far. Left over right? Let's go! Okay. Never punished. Alright, so yeah, basically, like, the idea is that, like, her sleeves kind of, like, hang off quite a bit because of her untraditional style of wrapping it. She's got a little bit of, like, thoughty behavior going on here, but it's all a ruse, actually. She just got engaged to a guy in the campaign, and she's been pining something fierce for him, and like she technically had him under, like, wrapped around her finger under her thumb, whatever you want to say, but she didn't want it in that way because it was all a part of like a blessing curse thing. So basically she didn't do anything with him for years, despite knowing him for years, and now they're finally being able to be together. Kya. Wait, now you're not sure? Oh no! Fuck! I can fix it. If you want to check me on this. It is left over right. Let's go! Never punished! Yeah, she's got like an under wrap. And then like that there. Just got back. Who is this? It's one of my tabletop characters. I've got one on the left, the Rita girl. I've got one on the right. She's like a half Goliath, half dragon girl. Oh, I forgot to color in her scales. Oops. Hang on. Fixing that real quick. I think that's kind of how it goes. I don't actually like how that looks. So I think we're gonna do like that instead. Should make more out of your D&D characters. You want to update your nugget drawing? You should. Drawing your D&D characters is a great source of fun. It can also be a great source of improvement if you actually care about like studying clothings or bodies and stuff like that too. Okay, so there's that there, and then like there's the other thing that gets like unwrapped, and then she's got like an underskirt that she wears too. There's also like a cherry blossom pattern all around these things, but I'm not drawing that in. You're directionally challenged. How you do reads in Final Fantasy XIV as well as you do not know. It's because you bash your head on a wall against the wall until it sticks. True, but I think that's how most people learn their raids in Final Fantasy XIV. So like, don't beat yourself up for it. I think there's like an extra line or something on this for some reason. There we go. And then her hair is very, very long. But it actually wouldn't fall like that entirely because she does hold part of it back with like a hair ribbon in the back, which even though it shouldn't be visible, I always draw it as being visible because it's cute that way. And then shoop, long hair down. Long hair gets implied off of there. And then, okay, the really hard thing about her is her antlers are deer horns. Deer horns, her horns are deer antlers. And those are so fucking difficult for me. Her hair extensions, the bangs, there we go, in the front, only go down this far, but her actual hair goes down to like her feet or something. Let's actually do it something like this. Cool. Yeah. Being obsessed with fictional blurbo is a great way to improve. True! So true. It gets you looking up the weirdest things, like, how do I draw this at this angle? Or like, how do you draw this type of animal leg? So on and so forth. Okay. She's got like little baby horns as well. She's got like a second set, and then she's got her big fuck off set of like deer antler type bullshit. I genuinely don't remember how deer antlers work. Every time I try to bullshit them, they look more like fucking moose antlers. It's not good. I'm also just gonna shrink her now because I'm running into my other drawings when I try to make her. I lost my sauce of working quickly the second I started drawing my own characters because I remember too much about their designs and it starts leaking through. There we go. That's more moose than deer, but it's close enough for now. changing quality is crazy. I'm sorry. I was committed to the bit when I started an hour and a half ago, and here I am. No. Okay, it's fine. This next part won't be too long. I did the same trick of like making her hair a really dark color. It's like a pink, but it's a brownish pink, if you know what I mean, right? That's a little too much. That's a little too much. You got me drawing my blorbos. You did! You did! This is how I fucked up. Okay, something like this is the hair color for her. It's like a dark brownish pinkish color. And put that there. Oh wait, that's fur there. See, this is also why she's hard to draw, because like so many colors and textures. Why did I do this to myself? Okay, she is pale. Oh my god, that Vulpixie emote is so fucking good. Holy shit. I don't remember what... Did I go for more orange? Pink even? Did I go pink? I might have gone pink-ish for her skin tone because so much of her is pink. Yeah, like that barely stands out against the background because she's just so fair. Don't worry about it. It'll look better in a second when I add in the actual pink. Her eyes are special because she's a little monster girl. So she's got like gray, what is it called? Sclera? And then it's kind of like silver for the irises and no pupils. It's like even lighter than that. It's actually kind of close to white. Yeah, like that. I describe it that way because I can. Do I need to give her weird eyes? No. Do I want to give her weird eyes? Yes. You got shot with a gift sub last week. Oh, yeah. I did too, actually. I randomly stopped by one of her streams because I think she was playing Final Fantasy XIV. I wanted to see where she was at. And then, like, because I was there for 5 minutes, it counted me as an eligible participant to be gifted a gift sub. So I just randomly got hit with one because she's doing her subathon right now. How much time does she still have left? Isn't it still days on end? Nothing but respect. I also think it's really nice how her friends are helping with, like, covering shifts when she needs to sleep. Very nice of them. She reached 700 hours. Oh my god. The poor thing. She's never going to get out. I think her antlers were actually white instead of just like a kind of white. Okay. So then we're just gonna like bullshit these antlers here. Oh, right. She's got jewelry. I totally forgot. She was gifted jewelry by some of the party members and stuff. But I'm not drawing that. It's way too complex. Okay, pink. The pink of her fur. The pink of her fur is kind of like a reddish pink. I think it's this. Yeah, that looks pretty close, from what I remember at least. And then at certain areas, she's got like a darker color gradation thing going on. And it's more like this. Yeah. I wanted to make it like deer markings, but cute. Not that deers aren't already cute. And then like I would blur this normally. Yeah, like that. And like that. See? Cute. Cute, 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 cute. That's what I mean when I say even though I'm making monster girls, I can't help but make them at least like somewhat conventionally attractive because I like cute girls. But I at least try to do it in ways where it's like, it's kind of unique. And she's got the little like fur corners there, fur there, fur there. The top side of her hand is definitely covered in fur. The bottom side is not. That's just regular skin. She does have claws. They're like the same color as that. Actually, are they the same color as her eyes or the antlers? I don't remember. I think it's the same color as her eyes. There, you get kind of claws there, because they're claws. And then the antlers, they share the color as like her neck fur and stuff. I remember for a large portion of this outfit, it was actually based off of this one like super cool outfit that I saw be taken as like a street snap for, oh, was it Shibuya? It was like a Tokyo Street Snap account, and basically all they do is document people's really cool outfits in, oh no, it's Harajuku. It's Harajuku in Japan. And there was this one outfit that somebody had done for, I think it was like either the New Year or Coming of Age Day. Beautiful way that they styled the kimono, basically like this with a skirt underneath, except they had it like, I think wrapped properly at the top. But they had like the fur scarf thing too, and I used so much of that as the inspiration for this because it was such a beautiful look. People are so creative with how they style things. It's insane. I'm stealing the yellow from Honeybee Lovely because that's kind of what I remember her ribbon color being. Actually, I think yeah, that would just block all of it. You can see kind of the fur there. And then there was like a gradient where it goes from like the yellow to like a pale creamish thing. I'm not gonna bother with that. Okay, and then, okay, next part is rough. I think no, that's actually supposed to be gold. What did I use for gold elsewhere? Here, that's too orange. Fuck. This inner layer is gold because it's an actual thing that dropped and was made for her. And then, oh, you guys haven't even seen, she's got green scales. It's like a jade green, kind of. Sort of. Not entirely. Like, it depends on what you're considering jade. Like, it's that color there. I think that does count as a jade, but it's not like the full proper jade. For if you're going for like Chinese jade, I believe. Okay, and then fucking hell. All right, I'm trying to remember the colors for her kimono. I think it was a like lighter pink. Oh, like that. That doesn't seem right, but also I genuinely can't remember what it is. I know, like, the underskirt is a dark color. I think it's a gradient. It's a gradient! It's a gradient! I remember. It starts as, like, a whitish color up here at the top, and then it fades into several pink colors. Oh my god, I can't believe I managed to remember that. So I actually shouldn't pick that. Whatever, it's fine. So yeah, then it is like that lighter pink in some cases, but then as it gets further down, it starts changing. And then it eventually gets into a really saturated color at the bottom because it matches the skirt that she wears underneath. Holy shit. Just gonna do blur, blur. Wow, 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 wow. Hello! Welcome in, Lady Goo! Those are some wonderful emotes. Oh my god. The pride wings? Those go crazy. But hello! Welcome in! How are you doing today? Are you here to witness me eventually lose the plot of my own joke? because this is how I started the night, and this is where I am when I got asked to draw my D&D characters. I fucked up my own joke. It's fine. It's fine. I'm doing my best. And I think this was like a spring greenish color because I wanted just a little bit more contrast going on. And that's also this like under wrap here. And then I have to do the same thing for her sleeves down here, because it also applied to the sleeves, and there would be a transition gradient color thing. A little bit lighter. Okay, and then we can do the same thing over on the sleeve here, because they'll be there, and then start so it's like at the top here. And then we turn that down here and here, and then we're going further into the colors and getting more saturated and darker as we go until at the very end is this like dark saturated color for these sleeves. And there would technically be like a cherry blossom pattern on these. You know what? I think I have a brush for that. Wait, we can do this. Oh fuck, the hair is getting in the way. There we go. Drawing for your manga. Ooh, you're making a manga. Good luck with that. What is it about? And I am doing well. I got baited into drawing my tabletop characters, and I'm having fun with it. But I've ruined my own gimmick in the process. But you know, as long as we're having fun, I guess. Okay, and then the brush that I have. Wait, I almost forgot. I think this is probably the same color as like the rest of the top here. Either that or it's like an accent color, but I don't remember. Okay, so this is my girl. She's very pink, super pink. And we're gonna make her even pinker as soon as I remember which one of these is my pattern. Flower. Is it cherry petal or is it? I think it's this. Or maybe... Is it this? Aha, it's this one. I used the cherry pattern in the pattern section. So we're just gonna get this like... It's too big. There you go. There you go. Take your fucking cherry blossoms. She is a pretty deer lady, except she's got fangs and claws like a cat, and she's got scales like a dragon, and her big fuck off tail, by the way, because she does have one, it's like this. It's like tufted with fur all along the side of it like an eastern dragon. Yeah. She's all of the above. Honestly, the cherry blossoms look so fucking bad there. Can I make them smaller? Oops, wrong color. Why are they still so big? Ah! There's also supposed to be like tree elements to it too, but that's not in here. Okay, there you go. That's fine for now. All right. So the bottom three are my D&D characters, and then we've had Gengar, Jill from Valhalla, Kirby, Honeybee Lovely, Mist from Path of Radiance. What else should I draw, guys? Your manga is about royal knights, 8 kids who kill 6 gods. Ooh. So it's like a high fantasy story then. You must have to draw a lot of armor. A no palm with a knife? You got it. You can show me the cover? Sure, you can go ahead and link it, and I'll take a look at it after stream. But firstly, I do need to make more room on this canvas, so I think these girlies gotta shrink. I'm shrinking them down. And then after that, I am increasing the canvas size too, because it's not going to be enough to just shrink them down. Put you in the corner. Okay, that's good enough for now. I could rotate her more, but it's fine. I'll figure something out. Well, I mean, if I do rotate her more, how do we look? She can just be very slanted as a treat. You know what? Good enough for me. I can unslant her if I really need to. The female protagonist from Grand Bazaar because it's getting a remake. Oh my gosh. I am cautiously optimistic for the Grand Bazaar remake because one of the things they're adding is the ability to change the voice actor for the main character, and one of them is a really princely sounding girl voice, and it's like, wow, I love women. Yeah, I will definitely take a look at that after stream, Lady Goo. Thank you for linking it. Oh, you and a friend are working on it? I love it. I love it when people get to work together on stuff like that. My friends and I used to do that all the time when I was younger, but then we never hit any of our self-imposed deadlines because we could never stick to it. It's fine. It's fine. We did our best. I should actually be starting this from the top as I adjust the canvas size, because if I start it from the top, then we go here and bam! Now it's got an extra stuff size at the bottom. But yes, no pawn with a knife. I forget if I responded to this or not earlier, Lamp, but do absolutely draw the no pawn. You don't have to include Tatsu, but you can. Some would argue he was more potato than Nopon, but that's up to you to decide. Let's see. How the fuck do you draw Nopon? They're kind of like egg-shaped? And then they've got the little like wing ears? Oh, jeez. And then, but they kind of like they overlap here. Oh, jeez. What the fuck? Maybe I should, instead of having it wrap around, I can think of like Manana Xenoblade 3. Doesn't she usually keep hers out? The little like wing things. And they got big round eyes, kind of like Kirby, except I think there's a rounder. And then they got cute little button noses and the three faces. I'm kind of thinking of Tora as I say this, even though he's a little bastard. What is this? Who is this Nopon? I don't know. Little stubby arms. Little stubby legs. Honestly, aren't their legs even stubbier than that? They're just little nubs, aren't they? Give it the big sparkly eyes. They don't have tails, but they can have hair. I'm just thinking of Riki's hair, so we're just gonna whoosh, 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 whoosh. Wait, that's awful. I'm sorry, Riki. I don't know how to draw your fucking hair. There's a reason Riki can't fight in water. You're so right. He just swims instantly. Little baby. I love him so much. Our 30-year-old little guy with 5 kids. Sorry, 10 kids? 11? Something like that. And a debt and a wife. This... Oh my god, I just realized this looks like a Digimon character. Kind of. With the way that I did the face and the ears, if you just like took that part out. If you just give it a normal face, it looks like one of those Digimon characters. You guys know which one, right? The one with the floppy ears. Little teefies. I'm gonna give you little teefies because I can. Teefies are cute. 12 because it's only one definitive epilogue story. Goddamn. Kid-wise. Do we count Shulk as one of his kids? Because I'm pretty sure there's a heart-to-heart where Shulk is one of his kids. If you hear stuff in the background, it's because my fiance's making a smoothie. We do? Okay, okay. We do count Shulk. Technically, Nopon don't have to wear anything. I feel like it's wrong not to give him something after we see, like, later game Nopons, though. What should we put this Nopon in? We already know he's got a knife. Maybe a little chef hat like Manana? But this is definitely not Manana, because I could never capture her essence. She's too perfect for this world. I guess if you're wearing a little chef hat, we'll give you... He's better father for Shulk than another guardian. What? What's wrong? Dunban's a great dad. What are you talking about? I guess that's his brother-in-law. True. So true. We'll give you like a kind of like shirt thing, and my thought is it can be like you know how like chefs sometimes wear those like ascot type things? Is that what this is called at least? Like that's what I'm thinking of here. And then it's like whoosh, a little apron. It's tied at the side because it's cute. And then how do chefs' outfits button? Isn't it like something where it's like this for some reason? And we can do like that. That's probably fine. This is definitely a Nopon. I don't know how to make it look more Nopon-like. I just don't. Need to finish Future Redeemed, but then you want to play X, you want to play Fields of Mystria. Ugh, I haven't even bought myself X yet because I know if I get it, I'm gonna start open-worlding myself into the ground between X and Atelier Yumiya. So I'm saving all of my energy for Atelier Yumiya. But as soon as I'm done with Atelier Yumiya, the limiters are off. I'm buying Xenoblade X. I just can't let myself do it yet. Okay. What are we dressing this Nopon as? Nopon can come in any color. What's a color I haven't used a lot of today? Blue. Blue. You are a bright blue Nopon now. I have decided. Maybe I'll make you like a tealish color. That could be fun. Yeah, look at that. Saturation. Okay, little leggies down here. And then we can give you shiny, like, golden brown eyes. Like that. And then the eye shinies will go where I lined them out previously. Oh, I forgot them on my girl here. I'll add these in real quick. There we go. She's got eye shinies there. And then you have eye shinies here. Draw the character from Fields of Mystria that intrigues you most. You're gonna say Jennifer, but you don't know much about her besides what you've said about the Queen. Or sorry, I don't know much about her besides what you've said. John, if I want Hot Witch Queen. I actually don't know which character I am gonna go for when I play Fields of Mystery. I definitely intend on playing it. I'm just holding off while it's in early access because I don't want to burn myself out. But like, there are a lot of them which are at least really cute, but personality-wise, like none of them immediately stand out to me. Like you got your standard like girl next door type with the mascot girl. And then, there's another kind of like homely girl next door type with, there's a girl at the inn I know. Her design is really cute. Doesn't she have twin buns or something? Adorable. But yes, a witch queen, absolutely. And she dotes on her dog. That's A+. Reina, yeah, every single like time I see somebody post about her, it's like, oh my god, her outfit is adorable. Holy shit. And then yes, the dog is just a golden retriever, right? But I love them. Golden retrievers are so dumb. They deserve the world. I'm just gonna take this as a base color and drop it down here for like the knife handle. Oh, you can give the animals presents in that game? Holy shit. That's wonderful. Okay, that's what a knife looks like, right? Right. And then, a little, what do we want to color the ascot? Maybe like, is green a color that chefs wear? I don't know, that doesn't look right. I think the color that comes to mind is always a red for stuff like this. Is that what chefs wear? I think it is. No, I'll just take like the background color and there you go. Oh, but I need to color your little teefies. Because I can't have somebody with fangs and just not color that in. Oh, right. My girl over here is supposed to have fangs too, but they're supposed to be visible when her eyes are closed, but I shouldn't touch it. I shouldn't touch it. I'm already done with it. Art stream on a weekday? Yes, it is, Sui. This is my art for the day. You can tell where I started because I was committing to the bit of it being April Fool's. And then suddenly people asked me to draw my D&D characters and I started trying hard again. I forced myself not to clean up the lines, but you can see there's a clear gap. You took a screenshot of the Gengar, sent it to your friend who hates it. You have a running gag where we send him them, say they're haunting him. I mean, this guy barely looks like a Gengar lamp. Is it really gonna count? That's just barely a Gengar. By the way, Sui, if you want to request anything, now's the time. Go ahead. I can't promise I'm great at this. I'm so good at art. Anything I make is a masterpiece. Can't you tell? Can't you tell based on what I've gathered here? Anything you request will come out perfectly. Smoothie. No doubt a masterpiece. Exactly. We just finished with making a Nopon from the Xenoblade series with a knife, and I turned them into a little chef. It's good enough, right? I'm gonna draw Kirby with a chef's hat. You know, fair enough. You have one Kirby, why not another? Absolute cinema, but with me. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna have to look up that meme. I've been jokingly using no reference images for everything, but I don't remember how the Absolute Cinema meme looks off the top of my head. All right, circle for Kirby. Arm, arm. Okay, maybe I should not draw it so close to the other stuff that I drew. Circle, 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 hat. How the fuck do chef's hats work? I don't know. Maybe I drew it too tall. Is that my issue? And then we got the blushies for the Kirby. And then we'll even do something spicy where he's like standing on a foot. And then the of course it can't be Kirby without stars. He is Hoshino Kirby after all. Kirby of the stars. That's a horrible fucking star. This cheat never goes wrong. Just do the like 5-point star and then erase the middle. That's it. That's how you draw stars, baby. Okay, and then we'll even get a little fancy with it because sometimes like when Kirby's arms are out, like you can see that there's like layering and stuff done with them. Where like it's coming from one side versus the other. So yeah, he's got like one arm forward and one arm back. Okay, okay, and we're gonna steal the colors from earlier. Actually, what color do you want this Kirby to be? Because you complained about the pink and red before. What color Kirby are you feeling? Which player number are you? Kirby 1, Kirby 2, Kirby 3? Blue Chef. Alright, you got it. Blue Chef squad. So you're gonna go more into the blues for this. It's like a light blue Kirby. I think the blue Kirbys are normally not that bright. They're a little bit... I think it's... Do I have to go up here? Kind of. Okay, yeah, I desaturated it and then made it a bit more pastel, and I think this is closer. It might also be, I think I'm not blue enough. Yeah. That's the blue Kirby I'm thinking of. Okay, so then it's probably somewhere in the same range for the shoes. I think that's dark enough for blue Kirby shoes. Sometimes they're darker though. Maybe I like the darker color. That's kind of like more cerulean, but it does match the more saturated shoes I gave Kirby up here. Your favorite Kirby's Kiwi, the yellow one? Oh, I didn't know they had names! What are the names for the different Kirbys? Holy shit, that's adorable! I actually do. Does Kirby still have blue eyes in the blue variant? I want to say they're black for some reason, but that doesn't seem right. I don't know. What color are Kirby's eyes in the blue variant? Fuck it. We said no reference images, so we ball. Who has time to hesitate? Still blue? Okay, still blue. Alright, and then that means the blushies are blue too. Because of course they are. It's a blue Kirby. And then we gotta color the chef's hat. And then we'll get the star colored as well. There we go. A blue Chef Kirby. Just for you. Isn't he beautiful? I can do no wrong. What a wonderful little lad. Okay, so then, I still remember the Fields of Mystria one, but I'm trying to think more of who my answer is for, like, whoever interests me the most. And then it was my girl, my mascot, Lady of Misfortune herself. Absolute Cinema. What does that meme look like? Oh, I know that meme now. Okay, that's what it is. All right, that should be more than doable. So I know I looked up the meme, but I'm not gonna look up any of my previous stuff that I drew for my girl. I'm going all based off of memory. This is a good test to see if I made a design that can be drawn easily too. Okay, I'm gonna shrink down, actually, these two over here to give myself more room at the bottom. Then you're gonna shoop, shoop. Kind of like up here. Yeah. And then Koibi, you're kind of going down here. Yeah, closer together. There we go. Now I've got this whole corner to work in, which should ideally be enough for the Absolute Cinema meme. So I guess we're gonna start like this. It's a head. And it's very much like a straight face looking at the camera type thing. So I'm gonna go this. And it's like raised shoulders, hands up. I'm gonna do mitten hands again because that's how we go fast in this household. Mitten hands. And I think it's more like, I think the arms are actually just out at the sides completely instead of scrunched up at the shoulders. It's a very big open pose from what I remember of like the 5 seconds I spent looking at it. Beep, 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 beep. There we go, mitten hand. Kirby actually did have a light ability once. Ew. Which game was that? I feel like I vaguely remember that, but I also can't remember it off the top of my head. Okay, and then like those arms are too skinny because I gave my girl some heft to her. Specifically not muscle, just a little bit of chub as a treat. Okay, and then it's not really in there. It's kind of like there is an existent stomach and then hips. Kirby's Adventure, Nightmare in Dreamland. Okay. I don't think I played either of those, but I've seen people play them. So that's probably why they felt familiar to me. Okay, so then just a little wider. Again, a little bit of chub as a treat. Okay, so then now we've got like the base of the body down. Let's start from the top. I don't remember giving her too defined of a nose. Let's just go with like my default. And then eyes. I think I did another round eye because I like round eyes. I think they're cute. Or was it kind of angled? Ooh, I don't know. I think it was round eye. Maybe a round eye like that, where it's like angled at the edge. I think it was that, actually. Because I wanted a little bit of, like, cat-like mischievousness in there. And then I'm pretty sure there's a double eyelid. Because I have that. And then... slit. As a cat girl should be. With the eyes, you know, you need the thin pupils. It's how you define the cat girl. And then I'm pretty sure I gave her just, like, average eyebrows. Not, like, heavily defined. Do I give myself a little three mouth? I think I do. And then from there, it is a thing here. Longer piece there, shorter piece there. And then we got the side part going on. Short piece there. And then a longer piece that kind of swoops. And then like another like longer piece of hair that goes all the way down. And then this is where we put the 4-leaf clover charm. And I'm just gonna bullshit the way that layers. And then we got the cat ears, of course. We can't forget that we're a cat girl, you know, like, nya. The fur tufts are very important because they're cute, and that's the only reason why. And then the way I kind of drew them previously was that, like, they came out of the hair, and that would be like where the ear ended. Okay, and then of course we got hair going down in the back too, that goes roughly here. So then after that, we've got the little choker, because I think it's cute. And then another 4-leaf clover charm, because I am nothing if not obvious. Okay, and then from there, I draw the thing like this normally for the little sweater cardigan thing. Sleeves line there, and then, like, you know, clothing folds. We got the cuffs with the lace. When I was designing her, I did not give her claws or painted nails or anything like that for that matter, because I actually don't really like nail polish. The smell just is awful to me. I did have a friend tell me once about, like, getting gel nails, and apparently as long as you let them cure, the smell is really not that bad. So I have considered doing that before. But also, like, I pick at things constantly on my face and just in general, so I'm not sure how long gel nails would last. Okay, so then that's kind of like the sleeves and the cardigan type situation. I'm just gonna rotate this thing so it's like vaguely more centered. Oh no! I cut off the bottom part of the clover. Yeah. There we go. Alright, and so then it's like an upper thing here. We've got, what is this called? A sweetheart neckline? When you've got like the heart shape there. And we've got like the metal lining. And the dark lace there. Collarbones go somewhere here. Okay, and then we've got the cinching of the dress. So it floofs out like that. There's the 2 gemstones. Like one there and one there. I think they're meant to be smaller, but it's fine. And then this is technically where you'd like see like the metal joining into like the different bits at the bottom, but that's kind of cut off here. Okay, so then we're just gonna leave that as is. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. I knew I was missing something. I need to go back here. Because there's the big ribbon in the back. Very important. It shouldn't be visible from the sides like this, but I don't care. I think I prefer doing it like this. That looks cuter to me. And then I did make it so the first loop, or whatever it is you call when it folds like that, is in the back. Okay, so ribbon, hair, tail. I'm a cat girl. How did I almost forget my tail? Let's see. What would be a cute way to, it's like a curve of the tail up here. Maybe not. I don't like how that looks. So we're just gonna pick a side and go tail. And I think it's gonna be this side because there's vaguely more space to define it. Good enough, I think. Okay, tail, sweater, necklace, the dress, the lace, hair, cat ears. I think we got it. I think that's the whole design. Alright, now for colors. Colors are tricky because it's like a rose goldish color for the eyes. Rose gold for the metal lining here, red there, white there, dark brown there. Okay. I've got it kind of roughly planned out. This actually looks good. Thanks, Sui. I was trying, and that's where I failed first, honestly. Ooh, that doesn't look good. There we go. That's better. Cheesecake and extra strawberries, and then fruit pizza. God damn, you guys are eating good. I'm one to talk. I have a cinnamon roll. I should eat that right now. Give me a moment. Time for delicious food as I draw. How? Cinnamon roll. Delicious. Okay, and then my hair is really dark. I remember I put that in the design. Dark enough where it could be confused for black. Oh no. Oh, it's just not showing up. I have the line layer on multiply. Oh, that's why. I see. I see. Hang on, there's an easy fix for this. I copied and pasted. I'm going to erase what was on the highlight layer. Okay, that's mostly cleared up. And so now we're taking the copy layer, merging it down here onto layer 1. There we go. Problem solved. It's like it never happened. Now, when I go to color this, yay, the layer is working as intended. Okay. So that's the clover there. Hair in the back. The tail is also this dark color, so it can be mistaken for black. Because the idea is I'm a black cat, unlucky, that sort of stuff. And you know, even animals in real life, if they have black fur, there's a good chance it's actually like a really dark brown in the first place. And if you look at it in the sunlight, you'll be able to tell the difference. Okay, hair there, hair there. Okay, and I remember I did not use any black in the design. It was all just the really dark brown. So that goes there. I think that's the only instance of the dark black color on the actual outfit. I'm stealing this red from Kirby up here. It's kind of not the right shade, but it's a good starting point. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's more like this. No, that still feels orangey for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's just the lack of other colors nearby. Okay, that's looking good enough for now. I'll keep that. Okay, red there, red there. That's why you always use a dark shade instead of another color instead of coloring with black. Same with making something by shading it with light blue. Yep. Agreed. You still color black, think of maybe changing that. Technically, like, when we say we don't use black, what we normally mean is that we don't use, in the very bottom of the color wheel, the pure black everything at 0 value type thing. Technically, here, I'll put that black back down. Technically, if you just go, like, somewhere in that corner, that color here to the right is technically a gray, but for all intents and purposes, that is a black. So it's always good to not use complete pure black. But you can still use colors that look like they're black instead. Yeah, I do recommend when it comes to shading, not necessarily using black, just because, like, it can muddle your colors when you're shading and using black. But in terms of when you're actually putting down the colors, it can be useful to have, like, an off black color. Or if you're working from real life, for example, there are situations where you would want to use black just because, like, you want the muddy color if you're trying to emulate something you see in real life, like with a still life. But generally, don't rely on black too much. Okay, where was I? Coloring. Did I finish everything with the dark brown? Yes. Yes, I did. Okay. So then white. I think when I was doing my color designing, I didn't make anything like a pure white either. It was kind of like a pinkish, warmish white. Like that. Okay, fur colors there. Sleeves and the lace there. And then, oh god, I can't tell. Did I put the hair over that? I did. So there's like a little bit of the white that would peek through here. White there, otherwise. And then ribbon. Fuck, is the ribbon white at the top or pink at the top? I think... Oh no. I think it must be white at the top. Because I did this here, where it's white at the top and pink at the bottom. But I'm also remembering I definitely flipped that gradient for the skirt, where it's pink at the top and white at the bottom. Which one did I go with for the ribbon? Oh, no. I think it was white at the top, pink at the bottom, because I gave her white stockings. And so I didn't want it that way the white ribbon and white stockings would get confused for each other. At least, I hope I did that, because that would be a failure on my part to account for that in the design, if I didn't account for that. We'll see. Okay, so then from there, we've got all of our whites down. Let's do, I guess, like the rose gold and stuff next. So rose gold is always so fucking hard for me to color pick because it's actually kind of orange instead of pink. I think this is good enough. I think that's fine. Okay, and so then rose gold there, boop, 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 boop. Down there, and then there's technically like a little peek of it here, where you could see it coming there, and I think I just had like a pure pink as like a highlight color in the eyes. No, it was a yellow. It was a yellow because I thought it looked pretty. Because like the idea of a black cat is that you've got like the black fur and the yellow eyes. So I think I included part of that in like a big gradient. But then for the for the rest of the coloring, it was like a more pinkish lean. Reddish and then pinkish. I think it was a little bit more saturated. Something like that. I think that was roughly the gradient that I went for. And then I'll just take my little blur tool, blend tool. Shoop. Shoop. There we go. And then we'll have like the little eye highlight later. For now, that's not an issue. Absolute void that black cats are. True. Now, I definitely don't remember what I did for eyelashes, but like most of it gets covered by everything else anyway. That's why I'm not bothering to go back in and like define things too much. Like, I think this should be hair here. Yeah, it should. Okay, and then that basically just leaves us with the brown for the dress, and then like the little pink stuff on the ribbons. Cool. Okay, brown for the dress is much warmer. Like, it's pretty much in the red area. Is that too light? I think I gotta go more saturated. Something like this. Like, when I made the colors, even though it wasn't anywhere close to Valentine's Day, it ended up being, like, very Valentine's feeling. And I think that's just because when I think of Mystia, I think of the browns and the pinks. And then my whole gimmick is I'm unlucky, bad luck cat girl, cha ha 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 ha. So, like, the red naturally worked its way in because it's the opposite of green. Green is good luck, red must be bad luck, right? And so it became a very like Valentine's feeling design. If I was smart, if I was like trying to go full on branding, I would have done like promotional art or something for Valentine's Day this year. But I was too busy drawing things for my tabletop games instead. Teehee, teehee, ah ha 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 ha, ah ha ha ha. I'm so funny. Oh, and then I almost forgot. Sorry, I messed up earlier. This lace here is also like that kind of like dark brownish black color. Okay, and then now pink. It's a very light pink. Yeah, basically like that. That goes there, and then we can kind of just like put it here in the corners and just do a little bit of blending. There you go. That gets it across. Okay, okay, okay. And then we're gonna grab the eye shinies from up here. Bam, boom, bam. Okay, and then I need to shrink her down. What the? When did I put that color down? I think it's when I was color picking the rose gold color. Shrink her down. And I can put the absolute cinema text in. I'm just gonna use the lettering tool because that's easier. Ha 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 ha. Oops, that should be in like black because I think the actual text. Wait, is the actual meme text black with white border or white with black border? I'll go with white. Okay. There we go, and then neat little trick. There you go. If you ever want to have something to have an outline like that, just turn on the border effect with the edge, and then you can decide the thickness and the color, and there you go. You got your own meme text right there. There you go. I did it. Meme accomplished. Honestly, I don't think I did too bad. It's still definitely, I tried way too hard compared to what's up here, but at the same time, I have been doing my best to not really erase, and if I have been erasing, it's only been for things to like make it a little bit clearer for me, for my sake. I really should have done more erasing with my one tabletop character off on the right side because there was just a part where I could not tell what the fuck my lines were. But it's fine, we're living. What's next, guys? I think we have time for maybe one or two more. And then I'm gonna be done for the night so I don't go until midnight. Oh, right. The Fields of Mystery request. I almost forgot it. Okay, hang on. I need to Google the whole list of bachelors and bachelorettes. Oh. Whoa! There's a dragon boy now. Holy shit. Wait, what? There's a cute girl with pigtails and an apple pin, and she's not a bachelorette? What the fuck? This is the worst news of my life. There's an older blonde woman and she's not a bachelorette? What the fuck? I already knew about Ulrich not being a bachelor. Everybody was really mad about that when the game first started releasing. She only appears on Saturdays because she runs a market. God damn. Okay. There's a beautiful woman with like, what do you call the style when one side is shaved and the rest is in an afro, but she's got these gorgeous gold earrings and an apron and stuff? There's this beautiful woman with a partially shaved afro, and she's not a bachelorette! I'm going to kill myself. This life isn't worth living. The himbo lovers are in despair over Ulrich. Yup. The older blonde lady who you think of, that's Celine's mom. Oh, oops. Sorry, Celine. I didn't mean it. I mean, I did mean it, but... Okay, who interests me the most out of these characters? You know, I shouldn't be looking at a villager list. I should be looking at a bachelorette list. Pink-haired leader lady. She seems kind of boring. I definitely know... Okay, Evie, be real with me. Be real with me. Evie. Is Bella your type? The traveling merchant dude. Pharaohs is already in despair. The older fisher lady isn't a candidate. True! She's not my type, but true. So true. Celine is cute. I don't know. There's nothing pulls me to her. The brother to the leader lady is not as cute as the sister. I'm just gonna say it here first. Animal farmer dude is not my type, but I can see the appeal. Very muscular. He cares for animals, so he's got a lot of like the bear traits in him. Witch lady Juniper is very pretty. March is at tsundere. I have this horrible feeling. I have a weak spot for tsunderes. I always have. I don't know why. Like, part of it is because I used that as like a personality model for myself for a little while in high school, but like there must be a reason why I was drawn to the character type in the first place, and I don't know what that reason is. However, I have a soft spot for tsunderes. I'm so afraid I'm going to end up liking March, even though he is so much more boring to me as a man than he would be if he was a butch woman. I'm just saying. You like Balor. He reminds you of Howl, but you really liked Island, getting to know him, and you're already all in on March. You invited him to the Shooting Star Festival, and you put the star you gave him on a shelf. Oh! That's sweet. Did you hear Tsundere's? Yes, you did, Sui. I'm taking a look at the Fields of Mystery of Bachelors and Bachelorettes to decide who I'm going to draw, because Evie put that request in earlier. And I don't know who I'm actually going to go for when I play the game, but just looking at the list... a lot of them seem like they're not really grabbing my eye, but I know one of them is a tsundere, and I have a horrible weak spot for tsunderes. So I'm afraid that I'm gonna end up going for them, even though I feel like they're kind of boring. Reina is super cute. I might end up drawing her. And then there's Riss. Is that how you say his name? He's like a carpenter dude. He's pretty, but like, eh. The doctor lady is also very pretty. I like that she's not visibly too much older than the rest of the people here, but like she's just enough older where it's like, yeah, you're pretty. I think I'll go for Reina. I'll hang on. I know Reina has got a few different outfits. Reina Fields of Mystery outfits. What's her best one? Oh my god! There's one where she's got like a plaid shirt and it's tied under. Oh my god, I love that look. But also the crop top look is very cute. Oh my goodness, and she's got like an overalls and crop top look. Gorgeous, gorgeous woman. I think I've gotta go for the plaid shirt. I used to love wearing plaid shirts in like high school and college, and then I stopped doing it because... Why did I stop doing it? I think I grew out of all of them because I was hanging on to my old high school wardrobe for a long time. And then eventually it just stopped fitting as I gained weight. So I think that's the reason why I stopped, because like having a whole collection of plaid shirts, like I can't do that in an instant. I usually build it up over time. So her look is so cute. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's good. She's cute and her fashion is so good. Her family siblings are cute, and you love her younger sister, Maple. She's a little princess. Oh, they're related? I've heard about the little princess girl. The kids in this game have made you laugh so many times, including Sailing's younger sister. Oh, she's the one who wants to fight things, right? She's the total opposite of her sister. Okay, once again, we're adding more canvas size. Oh no! Okay. I did the wrong thing to change the size. Hopefully this fixes it for this time around. Okay, I need to shrink things again. Do I shrink everything? I kind of like the size of everything over here, so I'm not gonna touch it. Jill is a little big, but like she can have that corner to herself. She can be a little moody if she wants. I guess I'll extend it out some more. Okay, and then... Come on. Don't break on me yet. Move this up here, and then... take you, shrink you down a little bit more. Yeah, put you up there. And then we'll move Kirby as well. And so he's not right next to the Nopon anymore. There you go. They are all making a little row. Silly might give me the Holly Human vibes like the Zed did. You're so right! Oh my god! For reference, there was a tabletop game that I ran for quite some time. Evie was a player in it. And her character was a cute magical girl inspired character, and the idea was for every player in the game I would make like an NPC that would act as like their roommate, or at very least like their default best friend they can have around. If things aren't happening that are super important, they can always have that person around. And so for Evie's character, I made her, like, if you guys have ever watched Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card, and you've seen Sakura Kinomoto, and then, like, what is her name? Akiho Shinomoto or something like that? And how they're super alike and they always get along, and they want to be around each other constantly. It's like that. It's like that with Evie's character and the NPC that I made for her. And, like, over... almost 2 years of me running the game, it eventually escalated to the point where it's like, yeah, your best friend character is in love with you. What do you do? And it's like, well, here we are. They're dating now. And so when I was playing one of the 3DS Story of Seasons games, I was looking around at the different characters like, oh man, there's so many interesting ones. Who should I marry? I don't know. However, one of them stood out to me because she had blonde hair and a certain eye color, and she ran her own flower shop, and it's like, oh fucking hell, this is just what their kid would look like. And it's like, no, jeez, I automatically like her because I associate her as being the kid of these two tabletop characters. So I ended up going for her in the end. It's really just gonna be every character that is associated with flowers and blonde is gonna end up as the child of those two characters. I am not immune to propaganda. We love positive associations. They make our brains go burr. Okay, sorry. I was stocking up on water and smoothie, and now cinnamon roll bite. Okay. I'm gonna draw right now. I looked at her design for like 5 seconds. This is only gonna be good. I don't know, I guess like this. I think she's the type to have like round eyes. Cute girl. Okay, and I don't remember what her eyebrows or anything else was like. The style is very like button nosy, so I'm gonna do that. Oh fuck. She's got short hair. But is it like it's what are her bangs? And I know it's like, oh no, it's so cute, but I can't draw it. I just remember she's got the little buns. Oh my god, I'm already fucking this up, but you know what? We're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. That's the lesson of today. Roll with it. You honestly say how you're all in on rich. I end up to doing save files to marry many of them. Oh man, you've got more stamina than me. I can never even last a full playthrough of a regular Stories of Seasons Harvest Moon game. It's always at the point where I marry the bachelor or bachelorette that I'm going for where I start to fall off, because that's when most of like the town events have already been gone through, and then like you are locked out of doing the hard events for other bachelors and bachelorettes after a certain point. So the events in town just stop, usually around the time when I get married. And like, yeah, you can have a kid in some games, but that takes so fucking long. And if you've already done the main plot, there's just nothing left. So you are very strong to have multiple save files. Okay, her charm is that I kind of see her as like a little chubby. And she's incredibly fashionable. I like totally messed up the way her buns are placed on her head. Just like she dresses so well for her body type. It's adorable. And is that enough shoulder? I don't know if it is. I don't want to like copy the pose that I saw. I remember it's very much like one of these kinds of poses that they made for her. Maybe I will just copy the pose from what I can remember. Arms are hard. And then it was like, she's still wearing the crop top basically no matter the season. That's her thing, and we stan. And then it was, fuck, how do I draw flannel without a reference? It was something like this. I actually don't even remember. I think it was it shorts or something she was wearing in the flannel outfit? I don't know if I even saw enough to get a tell. But it felt very like jeansy to me. I don't know if that were like actually being worn, it'd probably be like this instead of like tilting in on itself like that. Yeah. So like crop top there, and then I know there's like the little knot here for the shirt. How do shirt? How do shirt? I don't know. So we're just gonna pick a god and pray. Was it completely long sleeve? I don't know. I think it was. Is that oh, fuck. How do collars work? Oh. You'd think I would know how to draw these shirts because I used to wear them all the time. You'd think wrong! I hate my life, I hate my life, I hate my life. Like this, kind of? It's clearly a shirt that's made to be tied instead of, like, being a full-length shirt. At least that's what the impression I got when I looked at it. Maybe it was a full-length shirt, she just kind of, like, rolled it up into it. There's definitely, like, more of the crop top exposed than that. Belly button. And I actually need to adjust the thing again because I didn't account for belly. Something like that, maybe? The something about the face is just completely off beyond just being like a random sketch. And I don't know what it is. Because you'd think she'd be... I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. I really don't know. This is tough. Cute girls are hard to draw. I guess this is what happens when I'm not prepared for design. I haven't had the chance to study it and, like, get good yet. I guess I'll just, like, kind of, like, put extra, like, folds and stuff in it. Just in case it is the type. And then put, like that, yeah, to show it's being pulled into. And we'll just kind of, like, smooth out this portion here. Okay, I think that's as good as I'm going to get with my exposure to this design. I've literally just saw this for the first time today, so not bad, probably, right? There's probably, like, some random folds there. Cool, good enough. I'll just put, like, random texturing on the buns. Okay. So if I remember correctly, it was like a really cute fall color for the shirt based on the sprite that I saw. It was like just a dark enough, like, wineish reddish where it's kind of pink, but still mostly red. Super cute shade, and it looks wonderful on her skin tone. Love it a lot. This is probably a little too light. I'm gonna try and go a bit darker. Maybe that's it? More saturation? Lighter? I don't know. I don't know what that base color is, but I like the look of this one, so I'm going for it. Okay, and then it was definitely black for the shorts and the crop top, so I'm actually gonna keep this in the warm range still. I think all of her is just going to be warm for this. Normally I don't make every single color in the same color range, but every time I see her, it's like, wow, she seems like so nice and warm and inviting. I feel like warm colors just kind of suit her, especially because like for her skin tone, every time it's very much like, oh, that's a very warm brown. I really like that color. I can't remember what tone it was exactly. I think that's a little too dark. The first time she meets you, she's giving you food. Oh, sweet girl. Is this close? I don't know. I think it might be a little too brown, but it's fine. Like, in terms of being accurate to the character, probably too much, but it's not like it's bad. I like how all the warm colors are coming together. And then she's got, like, still keeping it in the warm range, I feel, for the hair. It's a darker brown, I think it was. Oh, fuck. I don't know her eye color. Was it pink? I don't know. I don't know. Uh-oh. I think this is too saturated for the hair color. I might have to like dial it back some. I'm just gonna cheat. Is that right? I don't know. I don't know. Man, it's tough when you only look at a design for like 5 seconds. And like her hair is like a level of fluffy that I just did not capture. It's unfortunate. I probably could have textured the buns differently, but hindsight 2020. What is her eye color? I'm gonna go with the pink, and if I'm wrong, I will perish on the spot. Make it like a warmer pink, because everything here is warm. Or maybe like a cooler pink? She definitely has pupils. I didn't put that in there. I will now. Oh no, she looks even more cross-eyed. I'm taking them out. I guess I'm just gonna go for the plaid colorway thing and pray. Oh, that's still on the wrong layer, that's why. I'll use a darker color, and then like I kind of normally just bullshit my plaid patterns by doing stuff like this, or kind of like make bands of it. That'd be kind of like there and there. And the way the reason why I'm making bands is because like I'm gonna fill them with the other parts of the plaid soon. Okay, so first we do like the horizontal bands, and then normally I think there is a lighter color to plaid as well. I'm gonna make this like kind of lean more towards the red. And like normally what you can do is you can kind of like line the bands with it to cover up if it's ugly, which is probably going to be ugly, but that's fine. Because this inadvertently makes like the striping that plaid has when you're lining the bands. Okay, and then most plaid has white running through it. Kind of like that, except in this case, I think it might actually be like both horizontal and vertical. So I'm gonna do like a mini line thing here. Okay, and then... yeah, I forgot about my vertical lines, so I'm just gonna... okay, I'm gonna go back with my white, and then do the dark lines vertically too. Kind of like that. Yeah. And then now we can do the white lines, and we can make them do overlapping sections, and that should work in theory. At least for like bullshitting plaid without a reference. This is the hack that I figured out. I hesitate to call it a hack because I don't know how reliable it is under scrutiny, but it works well enough. I kind of like offset it from the horizontal dark lines that I made. So there, see, like if you look at it from afar, it looks a lot like plaid, right? Right. Once again, the basic trick is you make like a band of color, and then you line the band with like a different color, and then you do like horizontal lines there, and then you do like your white line through there, and then you offset the white line, and like it looks close enough to plaid where that's what I learned is like a shorthand, and I've never done anything outside of it. And then now I'm just gonna like bullshit the same thing over here on the ribbons. There. Okay, and then now with those done, horizontal, vertical, whatever it is, based on the facing of it, lines, add in the white. There you go. Plaid enough. Cheat sheet for plaid is very fair. You have a cheat on how to draw braids well, and then you found another cheat way to draw them. For me, when I do braids, it's basically just go with a heart shape. You got like one side here, and then the other side kind of like curves in with it. And then like as that side curves down, it forms the start of the next braid, so on and so forth. And that's how I draw braids. And sometimes it's not always the heart shape, but like that's the basic idea. They kind of like pluff up. There you go. Braids. Rotating them is still difficult, but at least when I have that basic shape in mind, it's doable somewhat. You know what? Maybe I made her eyes too big because the art style for that game has smaller eyes, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that's Reina. Oh no, I just realized. Wrong layer. Wrong layer. There we go. So that's Reina. You kind of lose the shirt in the midst of all the bold colors and plaid and stuff, but I don't care. I also don't know if I got her eyes right, and I definitely didn't get like her hair texture right and everything, but 5 seconds is about how long I looked at that design. There was one more thing that was put in the chat earlier. I don't remember what it was. I think Lamp said it. A Wigglytuff. All right. I'll make that the final one of the night. Once again, Weeball. So Wigglytuff is another kind of like egg-shaped one. And they've got the big rabbit ears. Pokemon trading card game Wigglytuff. I've seen that card getting reposted so many times. For those who don't know, the Pokemon trading card game just released a new version of Wigglytuff. Wow, these eyes look awful. Holy shit. A new version of Wigglytuff that is so... Gosh, it's not weirdly rendered. It's well rendered, but it's like it's kind of spooky to see it, you know? God, this looks kind of like a rabbit. Oh, jeez. Maybe like this, so it's less egg-shaped. And then I know it's got big ol' feetsies. But yes, it's just the blue eyes meme. It's so, like, strangely rendered that the eyes really stand out, and it's just looking at you. It is staring. Is this right? I feel like I fucked up the ears. Let me give that another shot. I feel like I've almost kind of got it. Nope. 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 Kind of? Because aren't they like the really long ears, but not like Score Bunny ears? That, maybe if they're less centered? Ah. Hey, Yumta! Yes, I love Wigglytuff solely because of Explorers of Sky. Such a silly little lad. Technically, the Yumta is from the first game, but I remember the Guildmaster Wigglytuff far more. Okay, I'm just... Wigglytuff? Ah! What shade of pink is Wigglytuff? Oh no, is it more of a warm pink? Like this? I feel like it's less that. Kind of like that. But that feels like the Energizer Bunny. But maybe Wigglytuff and the Energizer Bunny just pulled from the same DNA. I don't know. I wasn't in the design room when they made Wigglytuff. You don't know. And I know Wigglytuff has the white tummy. And then, of course, big round eyes. And then it's like a bluish, tealish color. Like that. The Energizer Bunny and the Wigglytuff have the same energy. Exactly! Exactly! I'm not wrong. I'm never wrong. I was just delivered my meds because I forgot to take it during dinner earlier. Teehee. How? Alright, and then we're gonna get the eye shiny. And then, oh, I think, what color are the ears? I think it's like a blue for some reason? Why am I thinking blue? That's not right. Is it white? Wrong layer. They're black insides? Interesting. Oh god, the soulless eyes! Ah, jeez! This feels even more like the Energizer Bunny. Please don't sue me. I'm just drawing fan art of two things that should not have been combined. The ear tips are white? Really? Oh, you're so right. That looks right the second I put it down. Alright, there's no saving the rest of this though. Oh, those eyes are terrifying. Do they have pupils? Maybe they have pupils. Is it better or worse? Get it out. Maybe I just make the blue less eye-searing. Time to draw sunglasses on this marshmallow? Potentially, if it stops us from looking at these fucking eyes. Have a light shading circle of a darker color? So, like... like that? That still looks awful. Oh! Like that? I think I'm leaving it as is. Oh, jeez. Well, I think... yeah, that looks soulless regardless. I think that's where I'm gonna call it for tonight. On that horrible, atrocity-filled note of this Wigglytuff staring into your soul. Happy April Fools, everyone! I did a drawing stream. This definitely isn't the normal quality I would try to put out, but honestly, some of this isn't too far off, which is the most disappointing part. I lost control of the joke 2 hours ago. But happy April Fools! Surprise stream! I did the drawing thing. I just wanted to do more, really. My original gimmick was going to be every single request was a different type of Kirby. Like, Mist Fire Emblem would have been Mist's hair on a Kirby. Honeybee Lovely would have been Honeybee Lovely's hair on a Kirby. But I figured that joke would get old real fast. So then it just kind of turned into like, haha, shittily doodle things. Until that stopped working. I'm not good at this, guys. I try to be funny and this is what happens. But that is it for tonight. Yes, then we requested the Borbos, my D&D characters, and it all went downhill from there. I started trying again because when I love something, I cannot help it. I gamba my rubied. For all you Love Life fans out there, that's a pun on Gambaru and a character named Ruby. Whoa! Oh man, one day I should draw Love Life characters because I like some of them, but certain ones I love to death. Hello, Umi Sonoda, my beloved. Right, that's it for tonight. I gotta drive into work tomorrow, so I'm gonna head to bed as soon as I finish my smoothie and my cinnamon roll. It was a very good night. Thank you for spending it with me. I will see you guys this weekend for more Atelier Yumiya. Good night!